But what's the greatest motivation, right? Little kid dies. Ooh, yes, good. Kill him. Do it. Do it now. God, I hope this kid dies. Not gonna lie. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Invincible Season 3, Episode 8. I believe this is the finale of the third season. Let me actually just check real quick. Just check real quick. Yeah. Previously, on Episode 7, we had the attack of the Marks. Mr. Angstrom Levy, or whatever the fuck his name is, basically brought a bunch of Marks, who he hates, by the way. Or apparently he only hates this version of Mark, who knows. But he brought a bunch of Marks to attack our Earth. And we suffered pretty heavy damage, you know, pretty heavy casualties. I think they said like 200-something thousand casualties, so it was pretty bad. After having dealt with the situation and, you know, rebuilding and like checking through the rubble and everything, we were left off with one of the Viltrumites showing up, and Mark and the Viltrumite guy, you know, flew at each other and about to fight. So honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen in this episode. I assume they're going to fight. I assume Mark is going to lose yet again, but I guess we'll see. Let us just get into Episode 8, the finale. Okay. Bro, you see that? Didn't I say that? Didn't I talk about that? Literally in the last episode. Wait, wasn't it in the last episode or episode 6? I don't remember, but I think in one of the episodes I talked about, or maybe it was even in To Be Hero X. I don't remember, but like I talked about the whole fucking the Matrix, you know, Neo Smith, you know, hitting each other, and then the shockwave bubble flying out, right? Like, that is exactly what I wanted. Right there. Holy fuck. I want this every single time something like this happens. I think one of the most important things in a fight scene is impact. And that's impact right there. That's what I want to see. Like, it makes the actual punches so much more powerful when you see the shockwaves.
The truth is, I want you to resist. I'm not here to save you. I'm not here to spread the greatness of the Viltrum Empire. I'm here because I enjoy this. See, to me, there is no greater pleasure than feeling the warmth of my fists drenched in blood. Okay. That's a start. Yes! This! I want more!
Good.
Very good!
That was just a warm-up.
Why is he going? Okay. I was gonna say, like, I thought he was going back. Smart. That's pretty much exactly what I was going to say he should do, which is trying to move the fight to space. Okay. Kind of weird how how there's no dodging, which maybe they have the because there's like different versions of super speed, right? and, well, speed in general, right? So there's the Flash speed, super speed, which is like he also like thinks in super speed and stuff like that, so he can move in like slow motion, right? He can make decisions in real time in slow motion. But there's also the lack of super thinking or whatever, where it's like the characters are just very fast, but their reaction time is still the same. So if that's the case, then I can kind of understand it. But otherwise, I would say, like, why don't they like have any dodges? I mean, the Viltrumite guy just straight up flies straight at you. Why don't you just dodge? You know, like, I mean.
Still sure this is gonna go your way?
Damn near certain.
Like I said, there's a lot of punching, and I love the impacts, but you gotta also have a little bit of dodging, right? Otherwise, it's too, like, they're basically just punching bags for each other. Like, come on. Too much direct hits immediately.
Shit.
And notice, he only got punched once, and he's already like, you know, almost out of it. Which is why you gotta have a lot more. Holy fuck! Okay, you gotta have a lot more misses and dodges first, and then when the hit comes, you can have this much damage. I want to see a little bit some misses, a little bit dodging, right? Come on, are we predicting? I think we're predicting. Oh my god, we are. This is something I immediately thought of. Kid goes there. Oliver goes there. Maybe does a little bit, right? But at some point he dies. Like straight up. He just dies, and then Mark goes off the hinges and kills the other guy. Or something. Or starts fighting with more like reckless abandon and stops holding back. Because he's right now he might be afraid of destroying these cities, right? It's also funny, a little bit funny, you know, thinking about this realistically here. He's still the size of a human, ultimately, and these buildings are actually very, very massive. It looks cool in the show, but like, think about this for a second, right? Look at that building that he's flying into. If we were to look at what's happening here, Mark is essentially 3 stories tall right now. You know, it doesn't really make sense that the entire building would explode when a single human flies through it. At least not to that degree. It's for, you know, for the fight and having obstacles in the way, but like.
Stop! Listen to me. Just listen.
Are you crazy? You think I'm gonna give you a chance to surrender? Don't give up. You can do this. You've still got a chance. You just need the
Motivation. Yep. And this is, that's the thing, right? I agree. But what's the greatest motivation, right? Little kid dies. Ooh, yes, good. Kill him. Do it. Do it now.
When I am done with you, I am going to kill everyone else.
Big ass beat down coming up!
Get out of here!
We can beat this guy! I know it!
We'll do it together. I'm taking him now.
Idiot. You need all the help you can get. The time I spent killing him might have given you a moment to gather your thoughts. Maybe even outwit me. Where is your Viltrumite heart? Until I see it beating in my hand, I won't believe you have one. Show me your power. Show me your range!
That's the thing, right?
Most.
I actually do feel that half the time either Mark really is kind of a pussy, you know, and gets beat all the time, or he's actively holding back. Whenever he, I don't know, maybe it's the way they portray him when he's fighting, but I never feel like he's actively putting his back into it when he's punching someone, you know? I think when he fought against the Levy guy the first time and he like went all in and basically killed him, that was basically like he was fully into it. But normally I just never feel like he's reached his potential. Like he never has that fire in his eyes, right?
If that's all you got, this is just not gonna end well for you.
Oh my god, Mark!
Mark? You mean wait, that's your boyfriend?
I have to help him. Samantha, don't!
Adam Eve, please, calm down. You can't even walk yet.
Do I look like I need to walk?
If there's one person that they should not kill, it's Eve, okay? I don't like the fact that she might be thinking of going and you know, involving herself in this fight. Oliver can die. I don't really care, to be honest. But please don't kill Eve. She's one of the better characters in the show.
Let's step things up, shall we? It's too easy. Fun, but easy.
Honestly, I kind of agree. This is not really a fight.
Eat one, you old sack of turd.
God, I hope this kid dies. Not gonna lie. Maybe that sounds bad, but like, God, I hope he dies.
Come on, hurry!
It'll kill you, Oliver. Get out of here.
You can't fight him alone. But look at him, he's old as dirt. We can take him down together.
I'm old, not weak. I'm gonna split you in half and eat your heart. How's that
Okay.
sound?
That sounds kind of disgusting, but okay.
Away from him.
Take a break while I focus on the boy. We're not done yet. You feel your body starting to rip. First your muscles tear, then your vertebrae, they separate. If you're able to
Do it.
focus through the pain,
Do
it's
it.
your skin next.
Yes, good.
To its
Kill him.
point, just as
They're doing it too slowly for him to die. He's not gonna die.
this is going to be
Ah,
amazing.
God damn it. He's not gonna die. They're wasting too much. Either they're building up the tension and then kill him. Nope. Yep. Okay.
Ha! Faster than I thought. No matter. I'll eat your heart instead.
God, I hope this kid dies. Not gonna lie, I just don't like his character. I think he's fucking kind of useless. But
Ready for transport. Hurry.
yeah, God damn it. Now, if anyone's gonna die, it's gonna be Eve. God damn it.
Jesus. I don't want you to miss this.
I definitely wish it was more of a fight, to be honest. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Good, good. We'd love to see it. You see, if I was writing this, right, I would eventually, after all of this, I would do some sort of moment where Mark gets hit with some sort of massive punch or whatever, right? And he starts, he basically, like, for a second loses consciousness. And then in his unconscious state, he has like a hallucination or a dream of some kind, or a dream of some kind, right? Where he, I don't know, maybe he's conversing with his father or something like that. He has some sort of like, yeah, like a dream, like a revelation moment where he realizes that he has to start going all out, disregarding the possibility that he might cause people to die in this fight for him to save the greater amount of people. So it's like he should be willing to sacrifice some people for the greater good, right? So for him to go all out. And then he properly gets to fight against this guy or something like that, right?
Enough! Mark! Get out of here! Go!
Ooh, that's not a good sign.
Such concern for others' safety. You really are pathetic. You've got
I mean, Eve talked a big game, and let's see if she can, you know, put her money where her mouth is. But I did say that, okay. Her powers, in my opinion, she should not be trying to take this guy head on. This is you need to outsmart the guy. I don't think creating a suit of armor to fight against Viltrumites, basically Superman, is a good idea. You should not be trying to fight on their playing field.
cute.
I increase the density of the air. I've got all kinds of tricks.
But I hear you breathing hard. How long can you keep this up?
You're already getting tired!
Tired of your bullshit.
Oh, got him. Got him. Honestly, she's doing more than Mark ever has. And sure, maybe it's her powers, but like, I feel like she's fighting smarter than Mark. I guess she is smarter, but like, you know. Okay, maybe the shield, maybe the armor does take at least a hit or two. Oof. Yeah, so... Yeah.
Such a waste.
Well, she's technically still alive, and we know that they've brought people back from worse before. But, like I said, if there was going to be like a sacrifice, it was going to be Eve or Oliver, and honestly, I really hoped it was going to be Oliver. Because Eve is a much better character. I think normally you'd just be dead in this situation.
I can't live without you. Please.
She's dead, right? Like instantly, I would say. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not a doctor or anything, but like, I think when you get hit like that, you're dead instantly. When your guts are flying out of your fucking stomach. I mean, look at that. Your spine is broken, bro. Your spine is gone, severed, and all your guts are out of your stomach. I think you're dead, right? Instantly, pretty much. But again, superheroes, I suppose. Super healing, super endurance, super stamina.
The Viltrumites have nothing like this. It's a weakness, really. Delicious.
Delicious.
I am
Delicious.
affinity for these low.
If you know that reference. Based.
It's not often I get to cut loose like this. Usually there are so many mission parameters, so many things not to destroy, people not to kill. But for whatever reason, and I don't really care why, I was ordered to take control of Earth by any means necessary. Has been an immense joy.
I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow.
After all I've done, after all this, you still think you can threaten me? I dare say, child, you are starting to impress me. Do your worst.
Oh.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Come on, headbutt. Headbutt. You can do it.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, see, now we're talking. You're going all out. No regard for your own safety. Just, this is how you gotta fight. Put everything in it. Put your back into it. Huh? What the fuck am I watching? Ooh, interesting. I'm still not sure what Eve's exact power is, but if she could, if you can materialize things, maybe you could, like, I don't know, set up some sort of, like, dead man switch, or like next to your heart or something, where if your heart stops beating, something activates, maybe like a bomb, or maybe in her case like some sort of life-saving something, right? Something that heals her or something. I don't know, when her heart stops beating or something like that, right? But I think her stuff was that it needed to be based on reality or things that she knows how they're constructed. And I don't think they have technology good enough to just, like, revive someone and fully heal them. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Come on, then. Forget what? Okay, Mara, come on. You just use your hand. Stop holding his hand. I have no idea what the fuck is going on there.
Jerk.
This time I'll make
He's the attack titan.
dead.
Don't touch her!
Got more than enough fight left in me for you, boy.
Not enough. Not nearly. Is this what you wanted? You enjoyed yourself? Still having fun?
Too much talking.
Answer me!
I take the good with the bad.
I'm really not sure this is how it works, but okay. Like, I think you would also break your skull in half before you break someone else's skull in half, especially if your skulls are the same strength, you know? Like, you can only break a rock with another rock if the other rock is stronger than the initial rock, right? Or something? Oh, she's naked.
Mark,
You're alive.
so are you.
You're naked. You're naked as well, by the way.
I love you too.
And they're just gonna sit there and watch, brother, like, go and help them.
Huh.
I'm gonna say that I think the fight was underwhelming. It really was.
I was given powers while I was still in the womb, but they put in mental blocks to limit what I could do. That's the only reason I can't change sentient matter.
Given powers.
Something really traumatic happens. It overrides those blocks, and I can use my powers without any limitations. It happened once before, and I've been meaning to tell you, but the time was never right.
I don't think it matters,
Dying
to be
was
honest.
stressful enough to allow me to rebuild my entire body.
I would have died without you.
Okay, so she can influence living matter as well, which is very interesting. Very overpowered, actually.
I am so sorry.
Why?
When I married your father, I didn't know the life I'd be giving you, the responsibilities you'd have. I think back on every time we asked, did you get your powers yet? How hopeful we were. How disappointed you were when it hadn't happened yet, and it disgusts me. I see you out there, getting hurt, fighting for your life, and it's my fault.
Mom, it's not your...
I could have taken you away from all this.
Mom.
I shouldn't have let your father convince me it would all be okay.
Mom. You did everything right. Everything.
He's dead, Mark. You killed him.
Where's his body? Burn it.
Somehow, I don't think Cecil will. I don't think so. This is a great opportunity to use his remains to potentially, I don't know, like find weaknesses or I don't know, turn him into one of those robots. Huh?
To honor my friend and everything he meant to me, I am changing my name from Rudy to Rex.
Ew.
That much of him at least will survive.
That's
I only hope
oof.
that I can live up to his courage and sacrifice.
That's kind of cringe, bro, but okay.
He will be deeply missed.
That's a little weird, but okay.
I'm sorry, I thought I lost you. But now I can't stop thinking about how even through everything, you're here and okay and...
And this is why superheroes should not have significant others. They just shouldn't. Because it's like, you know, I don't wanna say that Conquest was right, that it's a weakness, but it's kind of like you need to. It's kind of like being a soldier, right, in the military, and not getting too close or keeping a certain distance between you and your comrades, right? You and your squad mates. Like, sure, you can become friends with them and be comrades, but like, you need to keep a certain distance because you know that they could die. They could die in the line of fire, in battle, and you cannot be completely emotionally devastated on the battlefield, right? So it's like you have to keep a certain level of professionalism and distance. And I feel like superheroes should be doing that exact thing as well. Is that? Oh my god, it is! It's one of our favorite characters. He managed to beat the Viltrumite, and he's gonna get rescued.
I know you're not always concerned about my opinion, but is this really a wise decision?
We don't have a choice, Donald. He's in a 400-ton block of tungsten steel alloy 6 miles underground. If he so much as twitches, this whole place explodes. And as soon as he regains consciousness, he's gonna tell us everything about the Viltrum Empire and how to stop them.
Okay, so what? He...
Finally get out tomorrow.
Wait, I thought... So they revive even when dead? Because their bodies heal or something? So they eventually, like... I mean, I thought they said he was dead. Maybe he wasn't dead? Maybe Cecil lied? I don't know.
You were right. You were right about the Maulers. You were right about Angstrom. They hurt so many people, ruined so many lives. Angstrom almost killed you and Mom even. So if anyone else ever puts my family or anyone I love at risk, I won't hesitate to kill them.
I mean, there's more to it than that, or there should be.
Have means to restore you to Infernal Throne. Surface dweller.
I think they played Diablo too much.
Likes of which
Is this Diablo now?
For eons.
A surface dweller, you say? How?
Have discovered means of conjuring him. Here.
Okay. Keeping the... Actually, okay, let's talk about the fight a little bit more. The fight was definitely underwhelming. I think my problem with the fight was that it was all over the place, right? So usually when you think of a fight between two superheroes or two big characters, right? You think they're gonna go at it for a little while, right? They're gonna go at it. They're gonna exchange blows here and there, right? It's gonna be a fight until maybe one of them starts getting too tired, and then it becomes kind of maybe a one-sided thing. And then one side starts getting the upper hand. But here it was like almost immediately, like they exchanged maybe like 2 blows, and then Mark was already down for the count, basically. And then the entire fight was basically Mark getting thrown around, Conquest says something to motivate him, and then Mark gets one punch in, and then again, Conquest just starts throwing Mark around again, and it's like, it's just kind of, it was just all over the place. I really liked the beginning, when Mark was actually doing stuff, right? Like, the first hit with the shockwave and everything, and then Mark, like, throwing Conquest into space and stuff like that shit was good. But after that, it was like there wasn't a lot of dodging, so Mark took every punch in the face and was pretty much down for the count. And then every so often he would get a punch in, but it never really felt like a fight. It felt like, again, Mark was just getting his ass beat, and then occasionally getting a hit in, which is why I was a little bit surprised that this whole that Mark even won the fight in the end, especially with the whole like headbutt thing at the end, because it, like, if we're talking about strength, right, I feel like his head should be stronger than Mark's, and if anything, it would have made more sense if when Mark starts to trying to headbutt him, he just reverse headbutts him, and then Mark flies away from him. You know, like, that would have made more sense, but, like, I just felt it was underwhelming. I don't know. Other than that, then you also have Cecil keeping him alive, or about to revive him, or something. not a good idea. Rudy taking the name Rex now? Ooh. I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know about that one. And then a bunch of, like, new potential villains set up, which, again, well, I'm sure a lot of you know my opinion on that by now. I wish they would just focus on the Viltrumite threat for now, but they essentially want to keep the Viltrumites as like these super powerful enemies, boss enemies that show up once a season, and then Mark has to fight them and gets beat by them, and then they somehow just barely win the fight, and so on and so forth. I'm just gonna say it, kind of a disappointing final episode of first season, not gonna lie. It just, I don't know, as I said, I liked how the fight started. It just didn't keep up the epicness throughout the whole fight. Like I said, it was kind of all over the place. They needed more structure to the fight, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like the fight should have lasted longer. By fight, I mean like the actual fight of, Mark fighting back and like it being kind of even, or at least kind of looking like it was even for a little while. And then slowly but surely Mark starts losing because he gets tired and gets beat. And then maybe Eve or someone comes to help. And then finally Mark finishes the fight when the Viltrumite guy is weakened. Now that's kind of what happened. But the way they did it was kind of like, And this is kind of one little problem that I had, which was I didn't like when Mark's hands were broken. Because when you have your hands broken, now you can't throw a punch anymore. And all of a sudden, a fight becomes less cool. And again, if you know anything about, action scenes, the rule of cool is very important. You might think, it keeps things realistic, but in reality, there's a reason why certain things are the way they are, especially in movies and shows and action scenes. The rule of cool is very important, and when you have the character lose their hands in a fight, it's all, and these are characters that throw punches, all of a sudden, it's like you've taken the weapons out of the fight. Now what? Right? He can't throw a punch anymore, and all of a sudden the fight becomes a slog. What I would have done is, you can beat Mark up or whatever, right? But keep his hands still in the fight, and then when the Viltrumite gets hit with the beam, he's weakened, brought down to Mark's level maybe, and then Mark and Conquest have one final exchange of blows or whatever, and Mark, I don't know, with his newfound determination or something, finally manages to overcome Conquest with a massive punch or massive shockwave that creates a crater in the ground, and that's how the fight ends. That would be cool. And then he's standing there covered in blood, and then he walks over to Eve, unconscious, and falls to his knees and falls to the ground, and that's how they finish it off. That would have been cool. But this whole headbutt thing, in my opinion, just I don't know, it just wasn't as cool, in my opinion. But it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed the finale of Season 3 of Invincible. Could have been better. I hope you enjoyed, and we shall be back with Season 4 if it ever comes. If it does, I assume it does. I assume it will. And when it does, we shall be back with Season 4. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I shall bid you adieu.